Let's unbox and quickly test my new lens for the Fujifilm system. The lens feels really nice with my Fujifilm X-T4. It's built out of metal, very lightweight, nice and smooth focus ring, stepless aperture ring, but for me it's not really important because this is the first time that I'm using a stepless aperture ring, so I don't really know if I'm gonna like it or not. We'll see about that. It's very lightweight with the Fujifilm X-T4. Let me see the actual weight. 926 grams, so just under 1 kilo with this lens. Very lightweight. So why I bought a Chinese Viltrox lens and not a Fujifilm lens? At first I wanted to buy the Fujifilm 23mm f2, but because the Viltrox 23mm goes for around the same price and has a lower aperture of f1.4 and pretty much the same image quality, I decided to go for the Viltrox lens because it's gonna give me better low light performance and also give me more bokeh, and I love bokeh. Now, I don't really have any experience with Viltrox lenses, but I've seen many people online enjoying them and even using them on professional shoots, especially the Viltrox 85mm f1.8. So I don't think I'm going to be disappointed by this lens, especially for the price. Now let me mount my Fujifilm X-T4 on the tripod with the Viltrox 23mm f1.4 and see how the image quality is. Then I'm going to test a little bit the autofocus, and then I'm going to see, and then maybe I'm going to film a short sequence and see further how the image quality looks. So right now I'm using my Fujifilm X-T4 and the Viltrox 23mm f1.4. I'm filming in 4K, 24 frames per second, 200 mbits, aperture f2.2 because my light that I have in here, I hope you can see it, is just way too bright and I cannot adjust the brightness because it's a fixed light, a fixed softbox light, so sorry for that. I'm also using the classic chrome picture profile without any color grading, no color adjustments, everything straight out of the camera. And lastly, I'm using the face eye detection autofocus, and I can see it's tracking my eye pretty good with a box around my eye. Quick autofocus test. And by the way, I cannot hear the lens focusing on me at all. It's dead silent. I'm around 1.7 meters away from the camera, maybe 1.5 meters away from the camera, and I cannot hear anything. And the autofocus seems to be pretty good. Now, I'm really happy that I bought the 23mm field of view as my first lens because I was debating between a 16mm and a 23mm, and I think a 23mm field of view would be perfect for my kinds of views, which is basically filming YouTube videos in this kind of a style. I'm not really vlogging with my camera. I'm just filming these YouTube videos with this kind of a style. Just me sitting on this table and having the camera around 2 meters away from me. And I think the 23mm is perfect for me. The 16mm would be good as well, but I think it's just way too wide and the camera will have to sit a little bit closer to me, which I don't really like. I like having my camera a little bit further away from me because I feel more comfortable, I don't know, for some reason, to speak to the camera when the camera is a little bit further away from me. So I think that 23mm is the perfect aerial field of view for my YouTube videos. All right, so now let me take the camera from the tripod and film a quick handheld sequence with my Fujifilm X-T4 and the Viltrox 23mm f1.4 and just see how it looks. So how was the image quality test? Although it wasn't really an image quality test because I filmed the whole sequence in my room, just filming my GoPro and my iPhone basically. But I just wanted to see how the autofocus performs and briefly to see how the image quality looks with this lens and my camera, because this is actually the first time that I'm actually really using my camera with a proper lens. So sorry for not going too detailed, too in-depth into image quality and autofocus. I'm going to use this lens for about a week or two, and then I'm going to make a full review on this lens with my personal opinions about it, how the autofocus performs, how the stabilization with this lens, how the image quality with this lens, and so on and so forth. So stay tuned for that. And if you have any requests for tests that you want me to do with this Viltrox 23mm f1.4, let me know down below. And also, if you want to purchase this lens for yourself, I'm going to leave a link down below in the description. And I guess I will see you in the next one. I'm gonna now start playing out with my camera, really learning how to use it, because I'm still a total noob when it comes to Fuji cameras. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.